Hello boys and girls, welcome to New Zealand in Cold War, day 15. We have, I think, about a month left to go. So plenty of time to, we finished the 8th of January, so less than a month. Anyways, the situation between northwestern USA and China has been resolved. USA lost their invasion army, I don't know, 70 troops, something, land units, and China pulverized them with air and naval power. It's hard to make a naval invasion in this game. I've had some chats with the United Kingdom. He's an active player, which shows he controls all of Europe. He's taken quite a few losses though, I can tell in the ongoing wars. The huge North American hug box alliance now includes Ethiopia and South Africa. So about everyone is involved in this alliance. I don't think United Kingdom and China, along with of course Korea, Japan, I don't know, East Yakutia, he doesn't answer my calls. I think I have to chat with other nations, because I don't know. There are a few AI nations, Turkey, Syria, these Siberian countries, Spain actually. And let's zoom in here. Of course, Mexico took out Libya, Egypt, and now South Africa has involved themselves quite successfully versus Syria here, and I'm stuck behind but I have finally managed to push into Saudi Arabia with some forces here. They're slow though, advancing, because I have a lot of anti-air guns. I must admit I messed up this. I was way too weak when I invaded, and the AI was surprisingly strong. It's not, I haven't suffered huge losses, a couple of light tanks, but the time waste is that I'm behind. But I managed to gobble up two coastal cities here, Basra and Al Kuwait. Great, and hopefully I can get Yauf as well. You know what? Here we go. Here's my light tanks. So I'll send them up towards here, even though that is a Saudi Arabian 4 TAC airs. Oh, that's not good. If I get into bombing range, they're gonna massacre my tanks. So I have to walk very, very slowly with all my anti-air cover. He is bombing Persian Gulf. So I think he used to bomb my naval forces, but now he's out of range for that. If I had, yeah. And I don't have forces enough to engage Syria quite yet. So, other than that, me and China are preparing a kind of border exchange here. He's not, because I had so many revolts. Considering how I left Japan alone from his ally, he's not being very gracious. He certainly wants exactly the same amount. First he demanded a lot more provinces and more resource provinces. But he's talking from a position of strength, of course. There's very little I can do. If he decides to declare war, I'm gonna be pushed out of Asia. And this is a valuable resource zone for me, so I just have to go along with whatever he decides. What is this? East Yakutia is... yeah. So, we're kind of running out of AI nations in this campaign, which is worrying since I'm kind of stuck. Well, I have a nice amount of points, but I'm behind both China and Mexico, and I am so stretched out. I have possessions from the Pacific all the way to the Middle East. I really wish I kind of could control the African coast there, but since Mexico just let South Africa into the hug box, that's not gonna happen. And now I'm being I was hoping to advance up through Middle East, through Syria into Turkey, but now I'm being... So my days of expansions are more or less over here. Ah, maybe I should demand... No, I'm not gonna demand the Philippines. Because if he ever attacks me, it will be very hard for him to hold these promises. So that's something I can take from him, and he can take all of India and Southeast Asia. Now what's this called? Vietnam? Yeah, Southeast Asia? Indochina? Is that what it's called? So I'm a bit at a stalemate in this campaign. It's very demanding. It's been very demanding. Although I've mostly been fighting AI and Indochina and Pakistan, which was not very skilled and active players, but it's been okay, so let's check out my resources. Iron metal, which was a bottleneck for a long time, I managed to push over 2,100. That is great. But now all of a sudden goods are my, and even a certain amount of food are my bottlenecks. So I need to change my production. I have kind of a plan to build up air bases and a screen of submarines and naval bombers over here. Again, resources, resources, resources. I have to kind of get something else than level 1 armored cars in my mainland possessions. I think this is enough to push whatever AI I encounter here. Saudi Arabia. Usually what happens after all AI nations are conquered is there's like a lull and people build up for human player wars, and maybe 1 or 2 nations will go inactive and they will immediately get gobbled up and charged by the still active nations. So, well, I am researching naval bombers and cruisers. I would like to get my carriers up a level, or actually 2 levels, I think. So they have 66 speed, which is the same as my battleship, and they can move around at the same speed. So my research is going into securing naval hegemony around my main areas here. Kind of a defensive move. I would like to gain infantry level 5. I would like to gain or research artillery level 5. But again, that costs goods, which is not my strength right now. I don't have any trading partners. Everyone seems to be lacking the same resources, etc, etc. So day 15, New Zealand has kind of run into, not a brick wall, but it's certainly slowing down, and I don't feel I am in the strongest position. Mexico has, I don't know, kind of made this a weird campaign. I'm not 100% where I have China, but we're on friendly terms for sure. So I guess today the weekend report of day 15 in New Zealand is gonna be kind of a short one, because nothing exciting really hasn't happened. But if something super exciting happens, I might do a midday report, or I'll be back day 16. I am posting these a little staggered behind now, because if anyone would be stream sniping me, I don't want them to get actually the most up-to-date information about my dispositions and plans. Usually if you're 1, 2 or even 3 days behind, whatever information, yeah, it would be like sharing maps and my plans and everything, but you know, it's not like I'm planning any sneaking backstabbings at the moment. I'm basically just planning to survive and seeing what's gonna happen next. A bit expecting, yeah, I'm used to being the one in the driver's seat and taking the initiative, but here I am kind of having to wait and parry a lot of different fronts from different possible directions. Anyway, I hope you're taking care out there after 10 minutes, and have a nice weekend, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.